Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by for another video today, guys. I hope you're having a fantabulous day today. Now, this video I am bringing you this story. I saw this on the BBC. Harvey Weinstein to settle with accusers for $44 million. Now, this is quite interesting. This is quite interesting, guys. And the reason I'm talking about Harvey Weinstein is because Harvey Weinstein, you will remember that Harvey Weinstein, there's a documentary that was done with regards to Harvey Weinstein. And this documentary was practically buried. It was buried while Leaving Neverland got all the press. And let's keep in mind, Leaving Neverland is the movie where two alleged victims of Michael Jackson, who are proven liars. These guys' story have more holes than a wicker basket, and their story got all the media attention. You know, people were talking about muting Michael's music and basically destroying the legacy of Michael Jackson. And I honestly believe that documentary was made with the hope of taking attention totally away from Harvey Weinstein. I believe that was one of the major reasons why that documentary was used, because Michael Jackson, even in death, is still one of the biggest names out there. And here we have, and let's look at it. With the Leaving Neverland situation, I have to call it a situation because it's a whole mess that they put out there, a whole mess of lies. That whole situation. Where are the other victims? If Michael Jackson was this master manipulator and had hurt so many people, where are the other victims? There are no other victims. Nobody's coming out to say Michael did this or Michael did that. What you have is the words of two men who are suing the Michael Jackson estate for hundreds of millions of dollars. That's what you have, who are hoping that they could basically taint the impression and opinions of others so that would help their case in the future. That's what I believe that's what their role is. But I believe it is deeper than that. And there are a lot of people with clout and money and position that are behind that documentary, or that movie I should say. And a lot of it, I think, was done to bury what is happening with Harvey Weinstein. Because the film festival, I think, what's it called? Is it the Sundance Film Festival? I don't want to say the name wrong, but the film festival that debuted Leaving Neverland also had that documentary that was done on Harvey Weinstein, but that got no press whatsoever. And this, listen, there are approximately, I have read, about over 75 alleged victims. Now, where the Leaving Neverland is concerned, where are the other victims? In Harvey Weinstein's case, there are allegedly over 75 victims. You know, that's quite a number, and the number seems to be growing. But let's hear what they say here. Harvey Weinstein to settle with accusers for $44 $44 million. This is what the BBC reports. It says, disgraced film producer Harvey Weinstein and his former studio's board members have reached a tentative deal with some of the women who accuse him of sexual misconduct, USA Media report. Lawyers said the settlement to resolve civil lawsuits and compensate alleged victims was worth about $44 million. Mr. Weinstein denies sexually harassing or abusing over 75 women. He will stand trial in New York in June on criminal charges brought by 2 women, including rape. Adam Harris, a lawyer of the studio co-founder Bob Weinstein, told a judge that an economic agreement in principle has been reached, the Associated Press News reports. He said, I personally am very optimistic. Mr. Weinstein's team later told the Wall Street Journal that the size of the settlement would be approximately $44 million. So this is interesting indeed. And note that this settlement is actually occurring before the trial. And the trial is in June. And this is for 2 women who have alleged sexual abuse, including rape, and those are some serious charges. But I find it interesting. Here is a Me Too movement that all came about as a result of Harvey Weinstein. It is due to the sexual allegations that have been brought against this man why this Me Too movement gathered the momentum that it did. But funny enough, I have a feeling that this man is gonna walk. I don't know how many of the women would be a part of this $44 million lawsuit, but settling with these women is basically removing them from the whole pot, so to speak. So I think that is quite interesting that they are settling just before this lawsuit, because June is just around the corner. We're at the end of May now. And, I think Harvey Weinstein is protected, not just Harvey Weinstein, but many in his position are protected. They have been protected for a long time. If all of these stories that I've heard about Harvey Weinstein, if all of these stories are true, it simply means that many people have looked the other way while they have allowed him, many have even participated directly in what he had been doing all these years. Many people have played a part in this. There's actually a video with one of the accused that she had with Weinstein, and he was inappropriate in that video. I mean, he touched her inappropriately. For me, definitely you could see that he crossed the line. There's also a lot of things also that can be said about that, but I'm just gonna leave that for another video at this point. But that was clearly inappropriate behavior. But based on that videotape, would it be enough for him to be locked up? To be honest, I doubt it will be. I don't know the full details of the other stories, but I know that a lot of what have been said, a lot of what people have said, and a lot of what the alleged victims have said, a lot of it is just downright disturbing. It's just awful. And it would be interesting to see how things unfold, because here we have, if there is ever a face of what sexual misconduct and it is Harvey Weinstein. But what I'm saying is that here you have someone like Harvey Weinstein, who is clearly being protected by a lot of big players. A lot of big players are protecting this man. The media is protecting this man. Nobody's talking about what they should be talking about to the depth that they ought to. When you look at Leaving Neverland and the magnitude of press that it gained, it was on everybody's lip. And this is based off the words of two men who are liars. I mean, you can't even say alleged liars. I mean, you can outright call these men liars and they can't do you anything. They can't sue you for calling them liars, because it's proven. You can prove in a court of law that these two men are liars. Okay? That's what you have. And there are no other victims that have come out after these two, after the Leaving Neverland documentary. Where are the skeletons that are falling out the closet where Michael is concerned? You don't see them because they don't exist. But here in Harvey Weinstein's case, you have all these women are coming out and speaking and saying, me too. So guys, so the trial begins in June. What do you think? Do you think Harvey Weinstein will walk? Do you think he will walk? Well, I'll talk a little bit more about that in another video. But anyway, guys, show me some love, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Okay, ta-ta.